Good morning, students. In the last session, we discussed about IUPAC nomenclature of nitrohydrocarbons and aliphatic nitrohydrocarbons and aromatic nitrohydrocarbons. In this session, we are going to discuss about isomerism in nitrohydrocarbons. So, first of all, what is isomerism? What is isomerism? So, isomerism means compounds having same molecular formula but different in their structure or properties are called isomers. Then the phenomenon is called isomerism. So I repeat it once again. So what is isomerism? Compounds having, that means two or more compounds having same molecular formula but different in their structure or properties are called as isomers, and the phenomena is called as isomerism. And we can also define as different compounds having same molecular formula are called as isomers, and the phenomena is called as isomerism. Here we have two types of isomerisms. One is structural isomerism or constitutional isomerism. One is structural isomerism or constitutional isomerism, and the second one is stereoisomerism. So now, what is constitutional isomerism and what is stereoisomerism? So here, what is constitutional isomerism? So compounds having same molecular formula, but the connectivity of the atoms are different. Then they are called isomers. Then the phenomenon is called as constitutional isomerism. So what is constitutional isomerism? Compounds having same molecular formula, but the connectivity of the atoms is different. Then the two are called isomers, that means constitutional isomers, and the phenomenon is called constitutional isomerism. What is stereoisomerism? So stereoisomerism means compounds having same molecular formula and the connectivity of the atoms is also same, but the arrangement of atoms in the space is different. Then it is called stereoisomers. Then those are called as stereoisomers. Then the phenomenon is called as stereoisomerism. Here, structural isomerism or constitutional isomerism is again divided into 5 types. Here we have 5 types of constitutional isomerisms or structural isomerisms. One is chain isomerism, second one is positional isomerism, third one is functional isomerism, fourth one is ring chain isomerism, and final one is metamerism. Here, stereoisomerism is also divided into 2 types. One is conformational isomerism and configurational isomerism. Again, this configurational isomerism is divided into 2 types. One is geometrical isomerism and the second one is optical isomerism. Here we have discussed the concept of isomerism in nitrohydrocarbon. So we are concentrating on structural isomerism or constitutional isomerism. So this stereoisomerism is does not discussed in this chapter. So we are concentrating on structural isomerism or constitutional isomerism. So here we have 5 types of structural isomerisms or constitutional isomerisms. So first one is chain isomerism. Second one is positional isomerism. Third one is functional isomerism, and fourth one is ring chain isomerism, and final one is metamerism. So what is chain isomerism? Compounds having same molecular formula, but the connectivity of carbon atoms is different. What is chain isomerism? Compounds having same molecular formula, but the connectivity of carbon chain is different. For example, if you have to consider an alkane chain, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Then the name of this compound is butane. In this butane, the carbon chain having 4 carbons. Now, the same molecular formula can be written as like this: CH3, CH, CH3, CH3. Here the name of this compound is 2-nitropropane. Already in earlier class we discussed about the APEC nomenclature of functional groups. The compound name is butane and this compound name is 2-methylpropane. Here the two compounds having same molecular formula, but the carbon chain is different. Here the carbon chain is having 4 carbon atoms in the longest chain. In this molecule, the longest chain having only 3 carbons. But now the isomerism concept discussed in nitrohydrocarbons. So we consider few examples of nitrohydrocarbons. Here CH3, CH2, 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 NO2. So the name of this compound is 1-nitrobutane. 1-nitrobutane. So here the longest chain having 4 carbon atoms. So the root word is but, and the longest chain does not consist of any carbon-carbon double bond. So then you can write N. Here we have an NO2 group. So NO2 group is added before the root word. So the name of this compound is nitrobutane, and the nitro group is present at first carbon. So that the name of this compound is 1-nitrobutane. Here the compound name is here the longest chain is containing 3 carbon atoms. So the carbon chain is different. The position of the NO2 group is same. Here NO2 group is present at first carbon. Here NO2 group is present at first carbon. Here the NO2 position is does not change, but the carbon chain is different. So that these two are chain isomers. These two are chain isomers. The name of this compound is 1-nitro 2-methyl 1-nitropropane. Here the longest chain is propane, and the propane is substituted by the 1-methyl group and 1-nitro group. Here if the compound is substituted by more than one substitution, then we can add by alphabetical order. In this methyl group is starts with M. In this nitro group is starts with N. So in alphabets M comes first, after that N, so that I can write 2-methyl 1-nitropropane. So this is the IUPAC name of this compound. Here the IUPAC nomenclature is discussed in earlier class. So these two isomers are chain isomers. So nitrohydrocarbons exhibits chain isomerism. So this is the one example. For example, we have to add another methyl group to this CH3. Then the name of this compound is 1-nitropentane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. So the longest chain contains 5 carbon atoms. So the name of this compound is 1-nitropentane. Here we have to add an additional methyl group to the carbon atom. Here the molecular formula of these two compounds are same, and the position of the NO2 group is same, but the carbon chain is different. in this molecule, the carbon chain having 5 carbon atoms, but in this molecule, the carbon chain having only 4 carbon atoms. So that carbon chain is different, but position of the NO2 group is same. So these two are also chain isomers. So what is chain isomerism? So chain isomerism means compounds having same molecular formula, but the carbon chain is different. So these two are chain isomers, and the phenomena is called chain isomerism. Now we are moving to next isomerism, that is positional isomerism. So what is positional isomerism? So positional isomerism means compounds having same molecular formula, but the position of the functional group or substituent is different, but the base carbon chain is same. But carbon chain is same, the position of the substituent or same functional group is different. Let us see few examples. Here I take nitrohydrocarbon, that is 1-nitropropane. So the IUPAC name of this compound is 1-nitropropane. CH3NO2. The compound name is the longest chain in this molecule is pro. Here in this molecule also the longest chain contains 3 carbon atoms. So in both the molecules the carbon chain is same, but the position of the NO2 group is different. In this molecule NO2 group is present at first position, but in this molecule NO2 group is present at second position. So the position of the substituent or functional group is different. So these two isomers are positional isomers, and the phenomena is called as positional isomerism. Nitrohydrocarbons having more than 3 carbons exhibits positional isomerisms. Nitrohydrocarbons having more than 3 carbons exhibits positional isomerism. Let us write another example. Here the name of this compound is 1-nitrobutane. Here the longest chain contains 4 carbon atoms, and the nitro group is present at first carbon, so that the amine starts from this carbon atom. So the compound name is 1-nitrobutane. Now the position of the NO2 group is changed. In this molecule NO2 group is present at first position, but here in this molecule also the longest chain system contains 4 carbon atoms, but the NO2 group is present at second position. Here the name of this compound is 1-nitrobutane, and the name of this compound is 2-nitrobutane. So it is 1-nitrobutane and it is 2-nitrobutane. The position of the NO2 group is different in the both the compounds, so that these two compounds are positional isomers. So this is another example. That means nitrohydrocarbons exhibits positional isomerism. Now I am moving to next one, that is functional isomerism. So what is functional isomerism? So isomerism means compound is having again same molecular formula, but here we are discussing about functional isomerism. So compounds having same molecular formula, but different functional groups are present in the molecule. Let us take one example, that is CH3, CH2, OH. In this molecule you can observe the functional group is alcohol, but the same molecular formula is written as CH3O CH3. Here the name of this compound is ethyl alcohol and the name of this compound is dimethyl ether. The name of this compound is dimethyl ether. The name of this compound is ethyl alcohol. So the functional group in this molecule is alcoholic functional group, but in this molecule the functional group is ether. So these two are called as functional isomerism with isomers because compounds having same molecular formula but different functional groups. But we are discussing about isomerism concept in nitrohydrocarbons. So let us write two examples by taking nitrohydrocarbon. So the name of the compound is CH3CH2NO2. CH3CH2NO2. What is the name of this compound? Nitroethane. The same molecular formula can be written as N double bonded O. Here N double bonded O, O minus, and nitrogen carries a positive charge. Here in this molecule, ethyl group is directly connected to nitrogen, but in this molecule, ethyl group carbon is directly connected to oxygen. So these two isomers are functional isomers because here in this ethyl group the carbon is connected to nitrogen atom in the nitro group. So it is called as nitroalkane. But in this molecule the oxygen atom in the NO2 group is attached to the alkyl group. It is called as alkyl nitrite. So alkyl nitrite means the oxygen atom in the NO2 group is connected to alkyl group, then it is called alkyl nitrite. If the nitrogen atom in the NO2 group is attached to the alkyl group, then it is called nitroalkane. So these two are different functional groups. Here the functional group is nitro, here the functional group is nitrite. So these two compounds are functional isomers and the phenomena is called functional isomerism. Here functional isomerism means compounds having same molecular formula but different functional groups. Compounds having same molecular formula but different functional groups. So nitrohydrocarbons exhibits functional isomerism. Now I am moving to next isomerism, that is ring chain isomerism. What is ring chain isomerism? So in this, one isomer is in open chain form and another isomer is in cyclic form. Then the two isomers are called ring chain isomers. So what is ring chain isomerism? In which one isomer is in open chain structure and other isomer is closed structure. Let us take one example, that is CH2 double bond CH3, one propane. Then the molecular formula of this compound is C3H6. And again the compound molecular formula of cyclopropane is also C3H6. So the both the compounds have same molecular formula, but it is open chain structure, it is a ring structure. So these two are called ring chain isomers. These two are ring chain isomers and the phenomenon is called ring chain isomerism. Here nitrohydrocarbons does not exhibit ring chain isomerism. So ring chain isomers are always functional isomers. Why? Because in this molecule the functional group is double bond, but in this molecule we have only carbon-carbon single bond. That means it is alkane, it is alkene. So that ring chain isomers are always functional isomers. So this is about ring chain isomerism. But nitrohydrocarbons does not shows ring chain isomerism. Now I am going to next isomerism, that is metamerism. So what is meant by metamerism? So metamerism means it is defined as the attachment of alkyl groups, the nature of alkyl groups is different to the same functional group or polyvalent atom. That means, for example, you have to consider CH3, CH2O, CH2, CH3. In this molecule, the polyvalent atom is oxygen. In this molecule, the oxygen is connected to two ethyl groups. The same molecular formula can be written as CH3O, CH2, CH2, CH3. That means the nature of the alkyl groups is different with the attachment of polyvalent atoms. So here in this molecule, the oxygen is attached to two ethyl groups, but in this molecule, the one oxygen is bonded to one methyl group and one propyl group. So these two are called as metamers, and the phenomenon is called metamerism. And also we can take another example: CH3NH, CH2, CH2, CH3. It is amine, the secondary amine. So CH3, CH2, NH, CH2, CH3. It is methyl propylamine. It is diethylamine. So here the polyvalent atom attached to one methyl group and one propyl group. But in this molecule, the same nitrogen atom is attached to same ethyl groups. So that these two are called as metamers. And you can also write another example by using keto group. For example, you have to write CH3, CH2, C double bonded O, CH2, CH3. In this molecule, we have to observe keto group. The same molecular formula can be written as CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. That means here the name of this compound is 3-pentanone and the name of this compound is 2-pentanone. Why? Because we have to give the numbering 1, 2, 3. So at third position you can observe keto group, but the keto group in this molecule is present at second position. So the name of this compound is 3-pentanone and the name of this compound is 2-pentanone. Here in both the molecules the functional group is same. This is C double bonded O and it is C double bonded O. Here C double bonded is connected to two ethyl groups. Here in this molecule C double bonded is attached to one methyl group and one propyl group. So that here the attachment of alkyl group nature is different. So that these two are also called as metamers, and these two are also positional isomers. Why? Because the position of the functional group is different. In this molecule, the keto group is present at third position, but in this molecule, the keto group is present at second position. So these two are metamers and positional isomers. So this is about structural isomerism in nitrohydrocarbons. So finally, nitrohydrocarbons exhibits three types of structural isomerisms. What are they? Chain isomerism, positional isomerism and functional isomerism. So nitrohydrocarbons exhibits these three types of isomerisms. Now we are moving to next concept, that is tautomerism. What is that? Tautomerism. So what is tautomerism? So what is tautomerism? So tautomerism means migration of an atom from one position to another position is called tautomerism, and phenomenon is called tautomerism. Migration of an atom from one position to another position. Generally, acidic hydrogen migrates from carbon atom to more electronegative atom, and simultaneous migration of double bond. So I can repeat once again. Tautomerism is defined as migration of an atom. Generally, acidic hydrogens migrated from carbon atom to more electronegative atoms and migration of double bonds is called tautomerism. So here we can consider one example, CH3 C double bonded O CH3. In this molecule, the hydrogen which is present at CH3 is migrated from carbon atom. That means the hydrogen migrated towards carbon. So carbon carries negative charge and hydrogen carries positive charge, and simultaneous migration of carbon oxygen double bond towards more electronegative oxygen atom. So here the carbon atom gets positive charge and this carbon gets negative charge, and both combine together to generate a double bond. CH2 double bond C CH3, and the migration of hydrogen from this carbon atom to here the oxygen carries a negative charge, so that the hydrogen is bonded to oxygen atom. Here it is keto form and it is enol form. This is an example, but we are discussing about the tautomerism concept in nitrohydrocarbons. Here the main structural requirement for tautomerism is the first one is compound should contains electron withdrawing groups like NO2 or C double bonded O or C triple bonded. So definitely, if any molecule exhibits tautomerism, it follows some structural requirements. So first structural requirement for tautomerism is compound should contain electron withdrawing group. Here I am writing one example, acetone. In that molecule, we can observe keto group, that is an electron withdrawing group. Here we are studying tautomerism in nitrohydrocarbons. Here nitro compound is a strong electron withdrawing group, so that nitrohydrocarbons exhibits tautomerism. This is the main structural requirement. And the second structural requirement is compound should contains at least one alpha hydrogen atom. Compound should contains at least one alpha hydrogen atom. Then only it generates tautomeric structure. Otherwise, it does not form tautomeric structure. So these two are the main structural requirements for tautomerism. If any compound satisfies these two structures, then definitely it exhibits tautomerism. Now I consider one example, that is nitromethane. Here the NO2 group is represented as N double bonded O minus, and nitrogen carries a positive charge. Here it is strongest electron withdrawing group. And the adjacent carbon is called alpha carbon, and this carbon carries hydrogen atoms. Here in the first session we are discussing about classification of nitrohydrocarbons. Usually nitrohydrocarbons are classified into two types, aliphatic and aromatic. Again, aliphatic nitrohydrocarbons are classified into three types. They are primary nitrohydrocarbons, secondary and tertiary. So here tautomerism is exhibited by only primary and secondary nitrohydrocarbons. That means primary and secondary nitrohydrocarbons exhibits tautomeric structures or tautomerism. Tertiary nitrohydrocarbons does not exhibits tautomerism. Why? Because of lack of alpha hydrogen atoms in tertiary nitrohydrocarbon. What is primary nitrohydrocarbon? The NO2 group is attached to primary carbon. What is secondary nitrohydrocarbon? NO2 group is attached to secondary carbon in the alkane chain. So what is tertiary nitrohydrocarbon? NO2 group is attached to tertiary carbon atom. That means here the carbon atom is attached to three carbon atoms. If this carbon is attached to NO2, here NO2 adjacent carbon is called alpha. Here this alpha carbon is attached to three carbon atoms, so that it does not have any alpha hydrogen atoms. So that only primary and secondary aliphatic nitrohydrocarbons exhibits tautomerism. Tertiary nitrohydrocarbons does not exhibit tautomerism. That is why here I am take primary or nitromethane. If I have to consider anyone, so nitromethane is also exhibits tautomeric structure because nitro group adjacent carbon carries alpha. I mean hydrogen atoms. In this molecule also nitrocarbon adjacent carbon carries alpha hydrogen atoms. Now it is nitroform. It is nitroform. What is tautomerism? Migration of an acidic hydrogen from carbon atom to more electronegative atom. Here the migration of double bond between nitrogen and oxygen towards oxygen, and oxygen carries a negative charge and nitrogen carries positive charge. Here already nitrogen having one positive charge, now it gets another positive charge. Now here the alpha hydrogen is migrated from alpha carbon atom. Here the hydrogen is migrated towards carbon, so that the electrons is transferred to carbon, so that carbon carries negative charge. Here nitrogen carries two positive charges, in which one positive charge and one negative charge combine together to generate a double bond between nitrogen and carbon. Now the double bond between nitrogen and oxygen is converted into a single bond, and oxygen carries a negative charge, and again this nitrogen is connected to another oxide ion, and this nitrogen carries another positive charge. It is called nitroform. It is called AC nitroform. AC nitroform. It is called nitro AC nitro tautomerism. Nitro hydrocarbons exhibits nitro and AC nitro tautomerism. Here the equilibrium is lies towards nitroform because of the stability of nitro group. Because stability of the nitro group. For example, if we have to consider 100 molecules of nitro compound, in which 90% of molecules exist as a nitroform and 10% of molecules exist as a AC nitroform. This proportion is not exact. This proportion is for to understand the concept of equilibrium of nitro and AC nitro tautomerism. Okay, this is about nitro and AC nitro tautomerism. In this session, we have discussed about isomerism and tautomerism. Thank you.